So this is game 5 in our Vigilus ongoing saga. So while the war has been raging across ground level, all across Vigilus, no one has been looking to the skies and what's been happening up above. So the Ultramarines have detected that one of the void shields went offline suddenly in the spires of Hyperia, and they know something dark and sinister is afoot. So they went up to discover the problem, but they've came with the guns loaded, they've came with a proper raiding force, because they have detected, they've heard whispers of dark forces upon high. Under the command of Haarken Worldclaimer, Raptor warbands have unleashed a war of terror upon the unsuspecting nobles of Hyperia's spires, and now the true scale of the threat can no longer be kept back. They've lured the Ultramarines up into their domain, into the skies, where the air is rare. Right, for this mission we're going to play a mission out of the Vigilus Defiant book. It's from the Echoes of War series, and it's Carnage in the Spires. So there's a special battle zone rule which we'll just cover in a second, which is pretty pivotal to what we're doing here today. But the battlefield is as such, so the Ultramarines are in the red zone and Chaos Forces are in that green zone here. The mission objective is all about the spire. So it's here on the map. There's a little point there, the spire entrance, but what we're going to do is we're going to substitute the spire entrance to satisfy the little narrative that I've set up. It's going to be the void shield generator in the backfield, so we'll just go around there and I'll explain. Victory conditions for this mission, it's all about this void shield generator. So the Chaos Forces have to get an infantry unit onto the void shield generator at the start of their turn. So what they can't do is they can't jump on it and automatically win. What they've got to do is be there at the start of their turn. So you jump on it, you linger there, and then you score. So as soon as you're on there at the start of your turn for Chaos, it's an automatic victory. So of course the Ultramarines have to stop that at all costs and blow the Chaos Forces back away from this precious objective, which they're going to try and shut down and expose the whole spire to a wider Chaos attack. And of course in this mission there are exclusive stratagems for this, so we'll cover these as and when. I'm sure we'll be using them, and most importantly there is a battle zone rule that we'll be using here. So spy escape, this is what this mission is all about really. There's a special rule here, battle above the clouds. So when using this battle zone, the ground level of the battlefield represents the depths of the hive sprawl below. So that's what all the clouds are for, because you'll just plummet to your death if you are not on a piece of terrain. The only things that can go on the ground floor are flyers, and in this case the land speeders. All infantry and jump infantry, if you don't land on the terrain, you'll just plummet to your death and hit the street in a big splat below. And we'll be also using these two stratagems for this battle zone as well, so we'll cover those again as and when if we use them. So of course you may have noticed as well, we are playing on a 4x4 battlefield, not the usual 6x4, just to try and get that claustrophobic environment, get all the terrain together so we can jump from structure to structure with this mission. This is the Chaos Force for this mission, so it's a big Raptor cult. So we've got a Vanguard army here, a Vanguard detachment should we say. We've got 1 command point for the Vanguard detachment. We've got 3 command points for being battle forged. And then we're both in agreement. What we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves each a bonus 2 command points just to try and get some of these mission stratagems in play, because we're playing small armies today because of the claustrophobic nature of the battle. So we've got a lot of Raptors, and they're all from different legions, so we'll go through each legion. So we're going to have Haarken. He is the warlord, he's the lord of the Raptors. His special rule is he's got a long range of a -1 to the enemy for leadership. He's also got a souped up kind of chaplain rule, where if you're within 6 of them, no matter what legion you're from, if you're a Raptor, you can reroll failed hit rolls in combat. And then of course he's got his spear and his claw. So he's the warlord. He's got a fixed warlord trait for Lord of Terror. You've got to roll an extra dice when you take a morale check, and you've got to pick the highest 2. So let's see if that comes into play. Ultramarines are a stubborn bunch. Let's see if we can shift them. So Black Legion Raptors, we've got a 6-man team here. Power sword and a plasma gun. They're going to have, in fact, we'll just say this now, all units have the icon of Khorne, or the icon of Wrath as it's called, so you get to re-roll charge rolls. So yeah, 6-man unit there. And then onto the Night Lords. We've got the second in command, the Night Lord's Raptor, Lord. He's got a pair of lightning claws, so he's going to substitute those for the relic, for the claws of the Black Hunt. So they are devastating piece of war gear, those. So look out for them, absolutely nasty. And then he's got his own large force of Raptors here. He's got a 6-man team, plasma pistol, plasma gun, lightning claws for that team. And then this unit is identical. Then this unit is different. So 6-man team again, 2 melter guns, a lightning claw and a power fist on the aspiring champion. So it's an unusual combination. It's a hang up of last edition, because you could get an extra attack if you took 2 specialist weapons, and it gave him the option to use either one given the nature of what he was fighting. So it doesn't really do that much in this edition, but just haven't got the heart to tear his arms off. And this is a Crimson Slaughter unit here, and the champion is the same loadout, so the same excuses there. It's a 5-man team, and this one's got Flamer. And lastly, we've got 2 Helldrakes. So in this mission, because it's a narrative play mission, we're going to do something a bit unusual. You can't do this in match play, so we're going to use the benefit of being narrative to up the spice level, just to give it more flavour. So we're going to use all of the appropriate Legion tactics for the assigned units. So the Black Legion are going to be Black Legionnaires, so they're going to have +1 to the leadership, and an assault based plasma gun that can, if you advance, that turns into an assault weapon. The Night Lords -1 to leadership if you're around them, to a maximum of 3, so they're going to still hold that Legion trait. And then the Crimson Slaughter, a brand new one, and it got leaked on the internet. These are no longer Renegade Chapter generic ones, these are extra special ones. So if these kill a unit, they can, on a 5+, you can get a command point back. And if you kill that unit, you also, you pass your morale check for the rest of the turn. So the Crimson Slaughter are actually going to be Crimson Slaughter. And then finally, for this mission, there's an exclusive stratagem which is free. So you select a Helldrake, so I'm going to select this one here, with the corpse on the base. And he will now be a character Helldrake. He's, well, not character, but he's a named Helldrake. He's Rabus the Vicious. So pick a Helldrake from your army to be Rabus, and add 1 to the damage characteristic of any shooting attacks against an enemy vehicle that can fly. So he's got a damage 3 Bale Flamer against vehicles, which is pretty nice.
Okay, this is the advanced guard of the Ultramarines army. It's led by a chaplain. He has the armour of Indomitus. That gives you 2+ save and a 3+ invulnerable once in the game. We have a squad of intercessors there. Next to him, a lieutenant. And we have 2 squads of jump packing troops. Each squad has 2 flamers. The sergeants are equipped with a power sword and a pistol, and the other one has a chainsword and a graph pistol. And we've got 2 land speeders, and we've got heavy bolters, and then we've got 3 interceptors there with the heavy bolters. And we have an interceptor craft kitted out as you see it, and the Storm Talon, which has Skyhammer missiles and the assault cannon.
Okay, and just to run through the command points again, it's the same as the Chaos. 1 for the Vanguard detachment, 3 for being Battleforged, and a bonus 2 because we feel like it. And again, free stratagem for a unit in the Ultramarines, so it's the Inceptor Squad, and they're going to be called Inceptor Squad, where they've gone, Accipitor, and they get Overwatch on a 4+, which is pretty handy. By deployment for the Ultramarines, we have the Inceptors up front, 2 land speeders down below, the 2 flyers in the centre, and 2 jump pack squads on either flank here, and then in the centre we've got the Warlord Chaplain, the Lieutenant up top, and the unit of intercessors holding the ground there. And for the Chaos Forces, we've got a Helldrake on either flank here, Night Lord unit with the Melters, Plasma, Night Lords, Crimson Slaughter, Haarken with the Black Legion there, and of course on the other flank is the other Helldrake. And then in reserve we do have the other unit of Plasma Night Lords. So these will come in from reserve, they'll deep strike in, but to get them on the board you need to roll a 3+ in this mission, so it's not automatic reserves. So the Ultramarines, they did set up first, and then the Chaos set up second. So because everything's deployed now, the Chaos get to play a stratagem that's exclusive to this mission. It's 2 command points, and what it means is Dawn Raid is in play now, so everyone is at a -1 to shoot in the first battle round. So attacking at night, the Night Lords are very pleased with that. So in this mission, the Chaos Forces will go first. The Ultramarines, you can't steal the initiative in this game unless it's through a stratagem. They don't want to pay the command points for that stratagem, so Chaos will just get off the line first here. So the Chaos Raptor cults start to move in their first turn. So the Black Legion contingent, they move on 12 inches right to that bit of terrain. The Night Lords want to occupy this, so the unit here with the Raptor Lord jump over to there, they advance 1 inch. This unit have jumped over to here. They've got the plasma guns in that one. And right in the Ultramarines' face now, the Helldrake from that corner comes over to here. It's going to put the harassment on, and then Rabus, the named Helldrake from that corner, comes over on this flank. So the Crimson Slaughter Raptors, they're up high. They jumped 24 inches from that platform back in the distance there. They used the turbo boost stratagem from the Battlescape stratagems, so it means they put all power into the thrusters, move 24 inches. They can't assault though, but they will fire down on these Inceptors. Okay, so the Raptors with the plasma guns are going to start off the shooting. So we're going to fire at the Inceptors. Everyone's at -1 to hit with the knife fighting rules in effect for the first battle round. The Night Lords used to be exempt from that, but no longer. So we're hitting on 4s, and because of that we're not going to be overcharging. We can reroll 1s because we have the Raptor Lord. So plasma pistol and plasma gun. Reroll 1s. So when you get 1 hit, we're needing a 3 to wound. We do wound. So saving on a 5 because you've got the benefit of cover there. Doesn't save, so that's 1 wound on a Inceptor. Right, we've got 2 bolt pistols from that same squad, 4s because of night. Yep, and then 5s to wound because he's pretty tough. Double wound, saving on 2s because of the cover. Saves them both. And then over here we did advance with this squad, but we have got melter guns. We only rolled a 1 to advance, so we didn't actually get this one in range. But we've got 1 melter gun. It's going to shoot down through the window at that land speed, we can just say see. So he's going to need a 5 to hit, and he's missed. We're going to have the Crimson Slaughter squad now top fire down at those Inceptors. So we're going to open up with our Flamer first. How many shots? Only 2. So 5s to wound. We get 1 wound, saving on a 2. Does save, and then we've got 3 pistols. 2 hits, 5s. We get 2, saving on 2s again. Right, that's one of them dead, and that's fell into the smoke. Try that one again. It's on a 2.
Command point reroll on that one.
Okay, command point reroll.
And then the other one.
And he saves, right, so no casualties yet, but we're going to throw a grenade. So the command point reroll saved him. He's down to 5 command points left, and the Night Lords and Raptor contingent are down to 3 left. So actually your Warlord has the Ultramarines Warlord trait, so you can try and regain that on a 5. It's going to be pretty crucial in this mission. And he does, so that was a reroll for free. So we have 1 thing left from that Raptor squad up top. We're going to drop a grenade down on them from the guy, the champion with the claws. So he does hit on a 4. 3 to wound. Oh, we don't wound. Ugh. Right, we're going to have the Black Legion fire into the Inceptors now. So we've got a smattering of pistols and we've got a plasma gun. So again, we're not overcharging because of the -1. So plasma gun has missed. And then we've got 5 pistols to fire in, which you only get 1 hit. That's gone away. Try again. No wounds. So Haarken is in that bunch as well, so he's going to throw his Hell Spear at the Inceptors. So he's hitting on a 2. Oh, and he's missed. If he was a normal Lord, he could reroll 1s, but he's like a chaplain where he only offers rerolls in combat. So big failure. Right, it's been disappointing so far. We're going to have the back Helldrake. He's going to fire the Bale Flamer in on the Inceptors. We're hoping they'll be dead by now, but we're going to have to rely on the Bale Flamer. So how many shots? 5. It's a good start. we dare not get excited yet. So strength 6, we're needing 3s to wound. Right, that's pretty good. 3 wounds, and those are automatic hits, of course. So 3 wounds, AP minus 2. So you're going to be needing to save on 4s because you're in cover. And damage 2. Oh, it's a wipeout. 2 damage each. The whole squad goes down. Right, so got there in the end. That was a really important squad to try and kill. So we're going to move on to the second Helldrake. So this is Robus, and remember he's got a +1 to his damage if he fires at a flying vehicle. So we're going to try and take out the Inceptor flyer. So to help us out here, we're going to spend a command point for Demon Forge. So we've got 2 command points left now, and it allows us, because we're automatically hit, we're going to be able to reroll failed wounds. So we're just going to see how many shots we get out of the Baleflamer. We're getting 5. It's quality stuff. So it's strength 7, a Baleflamer. No, it's strength 6, sorry. So this is toughness 7, so we're needing 5s to wound. That's pretty good, and because of Demon Forge, you can reroll. No extra. So wasted command point, but 3 is pretty respectable. At AP minus 2, you can save on 5s. And he saved all but 1. Oh, but anyway, that's 3 damage taken off that special Robus Baleflamer. So that's the end of the shooting phase for the Chaos Legions. We're going to go on to the assault phase. So Robus the Helldrake is going to try and get into combat with the Inceptor. That's just taking some Baleflamer damage. So he's going to overwatch. He's got 12 shots from his double assault cannon. So he gets 2 hits, and then it's strength 6 versus toughness 7. So 5s to wound. That's cocked eye. And that's a 1. Right, so no damage there. Then you've got 2 shots from the Las Talon, so it's basically Las Cannon, and both fail. And then you've got 2 more shots from rockets, from the Typhoon rockets. No. So Robus has made his charge. It was just a small one. We're putting him there for wobbly model syndrome. And this Helldrake now is going to go in on this Storm Talon. So he's got his assault cannons to open up with, so 12 dice, and he gets 2 hits. And he's needing 5s to wound. Just get rid of these. So he gets 1 wound, so we're saving on a 3. On a 4, because it's AP minus 1. No, we'll take a wound. And you've got Skyhammer missiles. So 3 shots with Skyhammers. He does get 1, and then needs a 4. He gets that. We save not on a 1. Oh dear. Right, so that's D3 damage for a Skyhammer missile, just the 1 damage. Right, we're going to fight with Robus first. So he's got 4 attacks on the flyer. He hits on a 3, but if he's attacking a flying unit, then he gets a +1 to hit. So he's actually hitting on 2s. 4 attacks. So he's got them all. Nicely done. At strength 7, he's going to be needing 4s. So this is the hard part. We get 2. It's only AP minus 1 Helldrake claws, unfortunately. They look really nasty, but they don't really have that much in them. So we've got them. So 4s to save. Gets a double 1. That's not good enough. So it's D3 damage each time. So we get 2. So that's 4 damage to go with these 3 already. So that's 7 damage. He's got 3 wounds left. Right, now same situation on this Helldrake. Hitting on 2s. And he's hit all but 1. And then this is only toughness 6, so we're needing 3s to wound. So you only get 1 and save on a 4. And he does get it, so no damage from this Helldrake. Okay, we'll fall back with the 2 Ultramarines flyers in the centre, needing 6s. They didn't get any hits. So that is the end for the Chaos turn. It's over to the Ultramarines. They're going to have to punch back hard here just to try and drive back some of these units. Right, Ultramarines turn 1, and they start the defence. So the jump packs jump all the way over to this structure. They're going to fire the flamers up at the Crimson Slaughter up there. The defenders stay strong down here with the intercessors and chaplain and lieutenant up top. And then the vehicles of the Ultramarines go out there to try and sow death. So the 2 land speeders, they come out of the building, they're just down here, so they can't be assaulted by the Raptors because they're just floating around in midair. So they're going to contribute their heavy bolters. The flyers, they come out fighting. So this one flies over here. He's going to try and destroy some Raptors. And this injured Inceptor with 3 wounds left. He's going to come over here. He's going to see what he can do. He's still pretty potent if he can get his hits. So before the Ultramarines go into the shooting phase, they're going to play a special stratagem for this mission. It's called structural detonation. So they select a piece of terrain. So they're going to select this piece here. You can see where the wobbling stops. So it's up to that gantry there. And every model on top of that gantry, on a 6, they'll take a mortal wound. But before he does that, he's going to see if he can get back his command points. It costs 3 command points. Any 5s will return. So he gets one command point return. That's a 3. So he just gets 1 command point back. So it's pretty expensive to do, but on 6s it's mortal wounds for the people on top, and then at the start of his next turn this piece of terrain will just collapse altogether and won't be there in the game anymore. So we're going to see if there's any kills from the explosion. So this unit, there's 6 in this unit, so any 6s will kill them. Oh, 2. So 2 Raptors dead already. And then the Raptor Lord, he on a 6 he'll get a bit of shrapnel in the eye. No, he's okay. And then there's 4 squaddies out of this unit. And another double 6, so 2 die in that unit. It's pretty nasty. Alright, so that's the damage. That was pretty good. So just to remind, just to say again, this will collapse at the start of the Ultramarines next turn. You can see it shaking. It's going to go down. And if they're on that, when it does go down, the entire populace on there will just automatically die. So the Raptors are going to jump away from this structure before it just plummets to the earth. Right, so onto the shooting phase, we're going to have the lead unit of jump packs. They're going to fire up at the Crimson Slaughter up top. Actually, it's the furthest away one because they've got a grav pistol. So he's going to fire a grav pistol off first. It is night, so everything's at a -1 to hit. So the grav pistol needs a 4. He does get it. It's strength 5, so it needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Right, lucky. That's the maiden shot from a grav pistol that we've ever done, and he does wound this time. So it's only right. He's used a command point. Let's see if he gets it back.
Nope.
Nope. So it's AP -3, so we're still on 5 because we're in cover. No, we've lost a Raptor. So that was the first time we've ever fired a grav pistol in 8th edition. Right, next up from that squad in the distance is a crack grenade. They're going to throw it up top. See if we've cooked it. So yeah, hits. Needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Right, 2 flamers now. 7 shots. Automatic hits, so they just flame through the night. There you go. Needs 4s. Gets 3. So let's see if we can save on 2s because we're in cover. Which we do. So we'll survive the flames. And now 1 bolt pistol left to fire at that squad, and he's missed. Right, the nearest assault squad. No grav pistol in this one, so it's 2 pistols, 1 grenade, 2 flamers.
2 pistols.
The 2 pistols hit. 1 wound. 7 on 2. Which we do. Crack grenade. Misses because we're at night at AP -1. 2 flamers now. 6 shots. Needing 4s. Only 2. And then we're 7 on 2 because we're in cover. We save them. Right, the Inceptors on the Void Shield, they're going to fire at the Crimson Slaughter. So bolt rifles haven't moved, so they're getting the bolter drill, and they're hitting on 4s because of the night rule, the Dawn Raid rule. So 6 hits there, and needing 4s to wound. That is very good. 5. I'm just going to roll these. So at AP -1, save on 3s because we're in cover. 2 more Crimson Slaughter are slaughtered. Right, we're finishing our shots over here. We had 2 pistols from the 2 characters firing at the Helldrake and caused a wound. Right, so next up to shoot, we've got this land speeder down there. It's going to shoot up at the last 2 remaining Crimson Slaughter Raptors. So it did move with a heavy weapon, so it's down to Blitzing skill 4, and then because it's night, they're hitting on 5s. All miss. Right, the second land speeder, we can just see it in the distance there, is going to fire up at the Crimson Slaughter, same thing again. This time he gets 4 hits because he's hitting on 5s. So 3s to wound. And he gets all 4. Right. So we're in cover, so we're needing 3s to save for the Crimson Slaughter, unless they're going to be wiped out. So we'll lose another one. We've got the Sergeant left, the aspiring champion even. There he is up top. Just we've lost the flamer though. That's pretty devastating. 1 guy left. Right, over here for the Ultramarines, this flyer is going to open up now. So the assault cannon is going at these Raptors, and where's the Skyhammer's going up at?
This.
Okay, the last remaining Crimson Slaughter Raptor. So what's firing first then?
So we'll do the Crimson Slaughter Raptor.
Alright, so these Storm Strike missiles that are firing at a flying target, so he's hitting on 4s because it's night. And he gets 2 hits. So he's needing 3s to wound because strength 7. It's a double 1. That's what you get for rolling black dice. It's chaosy. Right, so you've now got the assault cannon. That's 12 shots going into these Raptors. And because these have got the fly keyword, it will knock at it strafe and run. So, and because it's night, 5s to hit with 12 shots. Right, he's got 4. It says 4. And then 3s to wound. Oh, can't get this dice away, there we go. 3s to wound, so he's got 3 wounds. It's AP -1, but we are in cover, so we're back on our 3 to save. For those Raptors there. Come on. He gets them. Lovely. Right, last thing to fire for the Ultramarines is this interceptor. So it's going to fire all of his shots up at the last remaining Crimson Slaughter Raptor. So there's a lot of firepower. The reason why he's doing it is because he just is trying to mop up units, because it only takes 1 to get in on the Void Shield at the back, and that'll score a victory. So he's just trying to take out those little units, because it's hitting on 5s, because it's damaged and it's night, so 5s to hit with this. So 2 Las Talon shots, has missed them both, and then there's 2 Typhoon missiles at him, and he's got double hits, so 2s to wound, only gets the 1, so it's AP -2, so we're saving on 4 because we're in cover. We get it, he survives. Right, now there's a whole load of shots from the assault cannons, so 2 assault cannons coming his way, so there's 4 hits, and needs 3s to wound, of which he gets 2, so AP -1 cancelled by our cover, so we're needing 3s to wound again. Oh, he's dead. Last wound, and he's just been riddled with that last bullet. Right, that is the end of the Ultramarines' turn, so no assaults for them either, so no morale check to take for the Crimson Slaughter because they've been slaughtered. I guess we'll never know what to do. These units each lost 2, so they're going to automatically pass their morale because the leadership 8, and that is it. Okay, Chaos turn 2, the attack still comes on. So the Black Legionnaires, they jump over to here on the building. Haarken is right there, going to tangle with these assault troops. They've got double flamers in each squad. Just assaulting them could be really deadly, really punishing. But we're going to try and whittle them down beforehand. So we've got this squad over here as well, with the Raptor champion as well. So those assault marines are going to have to live up to their name if they want to come out of this alive. And the Helldrake, so this one flew over to here and is turned. It's going to try and take on the intercessors on the objective, and then Robus, the named Helldrake, he flies from over here. He's still chasing his target. This has got 3 wounds left, this flyer. If we can take it down, there's some good use of the Bale Flamer at damage 3 against vehicles, and then if that all goes to plan, we'll try and assault that land speeder down there. And lastly, over here for the Night Lords, this unit have jumped off this piece of objective that's going to crumble to the ground. You can see it's shaking. It's going to fall. So they've jumped off it, and the 2 melter guns are going to try and bring a reckoning to this flyer here, so it's going to be hard to hit it on 4s. Night has cleared, so dawn is broken, and everyone's back with a full ballistic skill now. So the last thing to do is to see if we get our reserve Raptor squad on, so we're going to need a 3, just like the olden days. We do, so they come on. Let's see where they come on. We've chosen to bring down the extra Raptor squad onto this building here, 9 inches away. We wanted to put them over here, try and get reroll 1s from the Raptor Lord, but this Ultramarine squad pushed us back 9 inches and we couldn't get the reroll, so we've decided to come over on this side. We'll feel good about this. We've surrounded the objective with Raptors. The Ultramarines' firepower has had to go out and is looking at the mercy of some dangerous stuff from the Chaos Forces. So it's just this strong defence here. They're going to have to hold up. They're going to have to make it a strong defence. There's an Intercessor squad, a Lieutenant and a Chaplain. They're going to have to battle back the forces of Chaos here. It's looking pretty good as a heretic. And of course we did remember to do our Demon Forge on the Helldrake, so both of them have regained a wound. So just before we go into the shooting phase, the Night Lords, because they've arrived, he's chosen to use Auspex scan. There he is with these Auspecs. He's the right man for the job. So he's spending 2 command points. Let's see if he gets his command points back. Needs 5s. That's a 2 and that's a 4. It's really hard to see on the command point dice, but doesn't get any back. He's got 1 command point left, so he's going to have to make it count. So there's 10 shots from the Intercessors at -1 because of Auspex scan. Going to fire into the Raptors, going to try and take the sting out of them before they even get a chance to shoot. 4's needed, and he's got about half there. 5, yep. There's a 3. So 5, needing 4's to wound. He only gets 2 command points for just 1 wound. And we are in cover because we are on and within cover, so we're getting a save on a 3. Which we do on a 5, nice. Okay, so we're going to start the shooting phase for the Chaos Forces over here. So we're going to fire off 2 melter guns. We're going to do a crack grenade from the Aspiring Champion and a pistol. So 2 melter guns at the flyer, needing 4's to hit. And we've missed. And then the crack grenade has hit, needs a 5. In fact, no, it's strength 6, and this is toughness 6, so a 4 will do. So it's AP -1, you need to save on a 4. So you can do any damage. Doesn't save, so it's D3 damage. Just the 1. And then a bolt pistol hits, ironically. No, right. Right, so over here we're going to have Rabus, the terrorist Helldrake. He's going to put his Bale Flamer on this flyer here. So, ooh, do we use Hellforged to reroll failed wounds for 1 command point? I think it's a good idea. Let's use it, because we definitely want to take him down. So we've spent a command point, we've got 1 command point left. Right, so out of the Bale Flamer, how many Bale Flames are we getting? 4, that's respectable. So at strength 6 we're needing 5s to wound him. We get 2, and because of the stratagem we can reroll. All 4, right, damage is 3, but it's AP -2. So 5's to save, he's failed 2, so that's 6 damage. That's a really nice free stratagem for this mission. So he's gone down in flames. So there's no one around to suffer damage, I don't think. Let's have a look here. Is this within 6? He is within 6. So on 6, let's see if he explodes and clips that land speeder as he spirals down to meet the earth. Doesn't. Right, we're coming over for the other Helldrake. So he's got to put his Bale Flamer on the Intercessor squad. So how many shots are we going to get? 6. Oh no, this is a Primaris killer at 2 damage. So we're needing 3s to wound. So we'll only drop 2, so 4 wounds. And you're in cover, so it'll effectively be AP -1, so 4s. And with damage 2, he's killed an Intercessor. So far so good for the Heretics. Right, we've got a Plasma Fest in the middle here, so we're going to have this Black Legion squad going to fire into this nearest assault squad. So we've got a Plasma Gun and 5 pistols, but one of them will throw a grenade in fact. So we've got 4 pistols and 1 grenade. So let's do the Plasma. We're not overcharging because we don't want to kill ourselves. We've got no rerolls there. So we do hit once, needs a 3. Does wound. So 6 is to save normally, but you're in cover, so 5 will do. Right, so we've killed an Assault Marine, and then there's 4 pistols. which we get 3, and then force to wound. Nothing. And then I'm going to throw a crack grenade at you. Hits. Doesn't wound. Right, Haarken now with his Hell Spear. Let's see if he's going to do something. He's going to throw it at that unit. Hits on a 2. He does hit. It's strength 5, so we need a 3. We do get it, and it's AP minus 3, so you're going to need another save of 5. And it's a 1. So another Assault Marine brought down. Okay, this unit now, we've got what have we got left? We've got a bolt pistol, we've got a crack grenade, we've got a plasma gun, and a plasma pistol. So we're not overcharging, so we're going to release the plasma onto these. So 3 shots of plasma, and we'll reroll 1s because of the Raptor Lord. So all hit, and then 3s to wound. We get 2 wounds, so 5s to save for those Assault Marines. Makes 1, fails 1, so there's 1 dropped, and then the bolt pistol, like we said, hits, wounds, so save on a 2 because you're in cover, saves, and then the crack grenade. Reroll 1s because of the Raptor Lord. Hits, needs a 3, doesn't do anything. Right, crack grenade from the Raptor Lord, he hits on a 2. Rerolls 1s for himself. And it's bounced off the wall and went down into the abyss. Can't really blame him, it's difficult to handle a crack grenade when you've got a pair of lightning claws. Right, last thing to fire this turn, we're going to have the newly arrived Raptor squad going to return fire on the intercessors. So we're going to fire all of the unit except this guy with the bolt pistol. He's going to fire at that assault squad. So the bolt pistol at the assault squad has missed. Alright, and then we've got 2 bolt pistols at the intercessors here. Actually, no, first of all, we'll do the plasmas because we're feeling bold. We're going to overcharge and try and blow them out the cover there. So the plasma gun, overcharged. He's hit with both, needs 2s. Gets them both right. This is devastating. 5s to save. Saves 1, saves the other. Oh, that would have been 2 dead intercessors. Plasma pistol, let's see if he's failing it. He's hit. And he's wounded with an overcharged plasma pistol. 5 to save. No, we've roasted, blew a hole straight through the chest of an intercessor. And now the last 2 remaining bolt pistols. 1 hits. Doesn't wound. Right, it's time for the charge phase. So Robus the Helldrake has gone in on that land speeder down there. Makes his charge, doesn't take any damage in the Overwatch. This Helldrake swoops from over here to over to here. So it's now going to attack the intercessors. No damage in the Overwatch, but it's blocked the Raptors from getting in themselves. So because he just couldn't really get anyone from over that side. Right, so more charges over here. We're going to have the Raptor squad go in on the Assault Marines. So 2 flamers. Going to get 5 hits, so needing 4s to wound. Should we count that one? Because it is a hit. So 3. Saving on 2s because we are classed as in cover. Okay, we've lost a single Raptor. This is the
pistol.
Bolt pistol fails. Crack grenade does find the target, so 3s to wound. Does get the wound. So saving on a 3 because it's AP minus 1. And we've lost another Raptor. Deadly. Right, so the last 2 survivors go into the combat, and then the Raptor Lord joins them. Right now we've got this squad, so the Black Legion Raptors are going to assault in onto this unit. So there's 2 flamers and a grav pistol. Grav pistol's missed, and then the 2 flamers going to get 7 shots this time, so it's slightly better. And 4s to wound. Right, so there's 4 wounds. Again, saving on 2s because we're in cover. Can we survive? 1 perishes in the flames, but we go in. Alright, so the Black Legion Raptors go in, and then Haarken soon follows. So we've got both characters in there. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath for the gods. Right, so we're going to have Haarken, and he will fight first. We're going to give him the honour. So he's got 5 attacks with a Lightning Claw. So he's hit them all. No death to the False Emperor there. And then wounds on 4s. And can re-roll because of a Lightning Claw. Right, so he's got 3. And that means 3 saves of 5. Okay, there's 2 Marines dropped. Okay, now we've got the Raptor squad to fight. So we've got the Raptor champion with the power sword. He re-rolls because of Haarken. Whoops, that's gone into the abyss. Let's roll again. Okay, he's missed and he's got a 5, so 1 hit. So he needs a 4 with a power sword. He's failed. And then we've got 7 attacks. 3s. Reroll that one, it's cocked. And then we can reroll field hit rolls because of Haarken. And then we've got 2 to the Death of the False Emperors there. With 2 extras. That's good. Right, 4s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, he's been hacked down twice. Twofold. Okay, the Night Lord's Raptor Lord, he's going to fight now. So we've got the Claws of the Black Hunt. Gives him an extra attack, so he's got 5 attacks. Hits on 2s. Rerolls failed hit rolls of 1. He rerolls full hit rolls. No, he doesn't. Just hit rolls of 1 because he isn't actually got the Raptor keyword. So he does reroll 1s for himself, is what I'm trying to say. Which is fine. And then he got a 6 in there for Death of the False Emperor. So he's got all of them. And then Claws of the Black Hunt is strength 5. These are absolutely savage, these. And then it's a Lightning Claw, so you can reroll failed hit rolls. Failed wound rolls, should we say. So there's 5 wounds, and these are AP minus 3. So you have to save on 6s. There's only 4 Marines left. Unless he gets a good hand here. Nope. That's a full clean out for the Claws of the Black Hunt. Just totally wastes those guys. So butchery in the spires so far. Let's see if we can keep it up. This Helldrake is going to fight this Intercessor squad. So he's got 4 attacks. He's hit on 3s against a ground target. So he's hit with 3. And then he wounds on 3s because he's strength 7. And he only gets 1. And it's AP minus 1, so he's saving on 4s. Which he fails, and it's D3 damage. Nope, we don't kill 1. We just wound 1. Look at the size of those talons, and that's all he can achieve. Bad Helldrake. Right, so down here we've got Rabus fighting the Land Speeder. He's got 4 attacks, but because it's a vehicle with a fly keyword, we get to hit on 2s now. So we'll hit them all and wound on 3s. Oh, only gets 2 in the end. AP minus 1, so saving on 4s. So it fails 1, so D3 wounds, just 1. Right, so that's the end of the attacks for Chaos. The Ultramarines are going to attack back. So 8 attacks from just 3 Marines. The Sergeant, he's got a chainsword, which, well, it's a gladius on his back, but we'll class it as a chainsword. So he's got 4 attacks, and the other 2 have got 2. So 8 attacks coming in. And they can reroll because of the Chaplain. And he gets them all. Now you need him 5s to wound. That is pretty special. 5 wounds.
Reroll the 1s.
Oh yeah, there's a lieutenant up top, so you can reroll 1s. And there's an extra one, so actually fighting off this Helldrake pretty well. So that's 6 wounds to try and save on 3s. So all but 1, he's taking a wound. Right, we had the Land Speeder fight back. It did do a wound, but we saved it on the Helldrake. And then over here, we were thinking about charging earlier on with this unit into the Storm Talon. We do have a Power Fist in there to try and clobber it, but we probably would have lost most of our guys in the Overwatch. So we've decided not to do that. Right, so that's the end of Chaos turn 2. They're in good positions there. No one's taken any morale checks for the Astartes or the Heretic Astartes. So can the Ultramarines pull this one back? The Chaos Raptors are getting closer and closer and closer. Okay, Ultramarines turn 2, they're under the cosh a little bit here. So the Intercessors, they've peeled out of the combat. They don't want to linger there, and the Chaplain, he's going to go into the combat with the Helldrake. He's going to have to hold them up all by himself. The Land Speeders, they come back to try and defend. So this Land Speeder's come back from down there, and he's going to try and shoot out the Chaos Lord. And the Flyer's gone into hover mode, it's come back, it's going to try and shoot the Chaos Lord as well. And this Land Speeder's come up to do the same, just to contribute fire, create a nuisance of itself. Right, the Ultramarines going to start shooting phase with 2 crack grenades from the 2 characters here. So, yeah. Okay, so 1 hit. You actually need a 3 from the Lieutenant, but anyway, there's 1 hit. And 1 wound on the Helldrake. Okay, so we're going to have to save on a 4 because it's a crack grenade. It must have been lobbed straight into his gullet. And he swallows it. So D3 damage. 2, right. He's already taken 3, so there's 5 wounds. He's got 7 wounds left. Alright, so the Intercessor squad is now going to fire. So crack grenade He's going to follow the example and throw one into his gullet, and these two intercessors are going to fire over at the Tubury Min and Night Lord's Raptors over there. So the grenade straight down the pipe.
So needing 4 this one.
Needing 4 because you drop out of combat, because that's what Ultramarines can do. And then 4 shots from the bolt rifles, and only gets 1. So it needs a 4, sorry, and gets no wound.
Yeah, but
he can reroll ones because of the lieutenant up top. And it still gets a 1.
It's the son of 1.
So the bit rattled in the bastion at the back. Helldrake is bearing down. Right, this land speeder is going to fire, and he's going to fire into those last 2 Night Lord's Raptors there. So he's got 6 shots, and he's hitting on 4s because he moved with a heavy weapon. He's only got a pitiful 1, so he needs a 3 to wound. But he does get his wound. Right, so we're in cover, so we're saving on a 3, which we save. Nice. Okay, same deal over here. This, are you sure he's not going to fire into the Raptor Lord? He wants the 2 Raptors.
Yeah.
Okay, so off the 2 Raptors, 5s to hit. A lot better this time. 3 hits and in 3s to wound. Gets all 3, right. 3s to save. Ooh, fail 1, and it's unfortunately our plasma gun. Okay, we decided we're going to take the lightning claws guy. Really not happy about it, but the plasma gun is the most useful thing that we're going to have at this point. Okay, so he's going to fire the Storm Talon now. He's going to fire everything at the Chaos Raptor through the doorway there. So he's got his Skyhammer missiles first. So 3 shots, and he's hitting on 3s because he's an airborne unit. So he gets 1 hit. That's unfortunate because it is a good weapon, this one.
Command point reroll.
Alright, command point reroll. It's his last command point.
See if I get it back.
See if he gets his point back.
I don't.
Don't, it's a 3. He's run out of command points now. Okay. So does he get the hit on a 3? Doesn't.
Oh.
Goes to waste yet again. So wounds on a 3 because it's strength 7. And he does get his wound. So it's AP minus 1. So we're going to be saving on a 3 because we're in cover. We save. That was potentially D3 damage coming our way, so it just glances off the cover. So now we have assault cannon shots. Because he's an airborne unit, he doesn't have strafe and run, so 4's to hit, but he's a heavy weapon on the move. Alright, that's really bad. So only 2, 3's to wound. Gets 2. Right, so again we are in cover, so we're saving on 3's. Which we get. He's made of tough stuff. Right, so that's the end of the shooting phase for the Ultramarines, so they're getting desperate now. They're going to have to start charging land speeders into things. So he's charging this land speeder into the plasma gunner. So the plasma gunner will overwatch. I'll tell you what, let's overcharge it. Let's live large. Oh, he's rolled a 1. But anyway, we're going to reroll 1s because of the Raptor Lord. Please don't kill yourself. He hasn't killed himself, but he hasn't got any hits either. So he'll probably make it in on the charge. Yep, he does. And then we will heroically intervene with our Raptor Lord, of course, and he'll just tear the pilots out of that machine. So, and then he's going to charge in against these Raptors over here. So, again, we've got some shots. We're not going to overcharge, so we've got a plasma gun, not overcharging. Does get a hit, needs a 3. Does get a wound, so you need a 6 to save on the land speeder. Doesn't save, so there's the first wound on the land speeder. We've got a plasma pistol, has missed. And then we've got a grenade, has missed, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 bolt pistols, which we've missed with. Okay, so he's going to go into combat without a doubt. Right, so the land speeder, this one's going to fight first. He's got 2 attacks, it's 1 for each driver, I think. And they're going to reach out, try and grab the throat of the Raptor and tear it out on the way past.
Not like that. No.
And they've totally missed. That's what happens when you're a pilot. Shouldn't really be getting in close combat. This one is going to do the same. So 2 attacks, and he's going to try and take a Raptor out. Gets 1 hit. It's only strength 4 because it's just a driver clotheslining someone on the way past. Right, so needing to save on a 3. It saves. Right, the chaplain, the hero of the Ultramarines, he's going to charge in on the Helldrake. So he's going to get a taste of this Bale Flamer. And a taste of 5 dice. Okay, so it's strength 6, so we're needing 3s to wound, of which we get 4. This is dangerous stuff. He's going to have to save on his 2+ armor,
It's -2, this, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's saving on 4s.
So he's saving on 4s anyway.
Yeah, so 4s to save.
Look what he uses on.
2 damage.
Well, you got 4.
Yeah. 2 go through, that's 4 damage. Okay, so it's worth a double check on 4 wounds. The chaplain goes down in a ball of flames, plunges to the earth. Helldrake eats him alive. Okay, so that's really sunk the Ultramarines boat there, losing the chaplain. He thought he was going to hold that Helldrake back. Right, so we've got this heroic intervention here with the Raptor Lord. So he's got 5 attacks on this land speeder. Rerolls 1s for himself. So 4 hits there, and it's strength 5 against toughness 5, needing 4s with the claws of the Black Hunt. We can reroll field wounds. So we get 3, it's AP -3, so you need 3 saves of 6. You just get 2, so it's D3 damage each, the claws. So we'll get 4 damage on the land speeder. So 2 wounds left on the land speeder, and the Raptor with a plasma gun, he's got a wound, and he saves it. So the this squad over here, so we'll just resolve this, see how this goes. Okay, so we've piled in, ready to fight. So we've got lightning claws, and we've hit 3 times, needing 5s. We can reroll because we're lightning claws. So just the 1, saving on 5. Takes a wound. 3s to hit. And we get 1 death of the false emperor, which we miss with. Needing 5s. It's pretty good. 3 wounds, 7 on 3s. 2 more wounds. So the land speeder's got 2 wounds left, and so is the other one. So they're in bad shape now. And of course, we forgot to do it at the start of the Ultramarines turn, but we'll do it now. So this crumbles to the earth, and that is no longer in the game. Okay, we've just been evaluating the Ultramarines turn there. The defense seems to be just wasting away. We're going to play on and see what happens to the Ultramarines when Chaos are going to have their wicked way in the next turn. Okay, so it's Chaos turn 3. We think that the noose is well and truly tightened here. We're ready to just choke the Ultramarines completely out of the game. So Robus, the Helldrake, comes over. He's going to put everyone at the mercy of the Baleflamer again. This Raptor squad peels off this combat, and they still can shoot because they've got the fly keyword. So they're going to shoot back into these land speeders. Each of them only has 2 wounds left. So the Raptor Lord over there, he's going to stay in combat with that land speeder and tear it to shreds. The plasma gunner jumps up. He's just going to have some shots because again he's got the fly keyword. He can peel off combat. This Helldrake, who was here, has gone round this side. He still can't fire because he's a fly keyword. That's the theme of this turn. So we're going to try and roast more intercessors. And the Raptor squad with the 2 melter guns at the back, they jump. They're not within double damage range of the flyer, but the flyer is hovering now, so it'll be a little bit easier to shoot. And so the master stroke, here's where it came. So Haarken Worldclaimer, he's jumped from the platform from beyond there. He's up onto this, and he's ready to make a charge onto the defending intercessors. And the real master stroke, we had 1 command point in our pocket, so we've played it right now. The last command point we've used is again turbo boost. It was the same stratagem we used in the first turn for the Crimson Slaughter. You double your move. You can't assault, but what it's allowed the Raptors to do is jump 24 inches all the way behind the Ultramarines defense. So we've been able to get on right in the corner here, an inch away from the Ultramarines defenders, and there'll be very, very little to be able to remove them for the Ultramarines. They're just going to shoot them in the back. There's plasma guns, Baleflamers and all sorts going to try and eradicate the Ultramarines once and for all. Okay, we're going to start the shooting phase over here with the 2 melter guns going to fire off at this. So we've got 2 hits because it is hovering, it's just floating around. So we're wounding on 3s. Both go through, AP -4, no save whatsoever. So here's the damage, D6 each. It's already taken a wound. If we get a 9, it's over for it. What is that? Oh, that was almost a 6. So 6 damage there, and that's now 7, which means we've got 3 wounds left. Okay, now we've got 1 bolt pistol, misses. Right, over here now we're going to have grenade, plasma guns and bolt pistols. So we'll have a grenade first. It's only got 2 wounds left, this land speeder. So it hits, needs a 3, gets it. So you need to save on AP -1, so it's 4 to save. Fails. Right, D3 damage. Right, 3 damage. We'll just throw that into the cockpit. And does it explode? It does explode. That's 1 mortal wound for everyone within 6. Okay, just did a double check on the land speeder because we hardly ever use them. It's actually not a 6-inch radius, it's only a 3-inch radius, so only Rabus takes a wound there. Right, now we're going to fire in on the intercessors, these poor intercessors. We're going to have the Bale Flamer fire into them, so how many shots? 5. They've been getting some really good shots all game. So we're needing 3s to wound these poor intercessors, defenders. And when it rains, it pours, so you might as well roll these. So it's AP -2, and so you're saving on 4s, and each one failed is a dead intercessor of 2 damage. Right, so there's 3 dead, that's the full intercessor unit gone. There was only 3 left, the sergeant and 2 round here. So the defenders have been wiped, there's just the lonely lieutenant left alive. Okay, so it's just the lieutenant alive, and Haarken is just going to try and impale him with the Hell Spear. So he's going to try and hit on a 2. He does hit. Needs a 3 to wound. He does get a wound. Right, you need to save on a 5 because he's in cover. It's AP -3. Doesn't do it, and then it's D3 damage. So does it go through his head or his chest? Just the one that goes through his foot. Okay, so there's a couple of more things to shoot. We've got this plasma gun up here. He's going to shoot down at the Storm Spear. The Storm Talon. So he's reroll 1s because of the Raptor Lord. So of course that means we're going to overcharge. So what does he get? Gets 1 hit, and the other one is also a hit. So double hit on overcharge. 3s to wound. This could kill it. Stone dead. Right, just 1 wound, and we don't get the other, so you need to save on a 6. You want to do it over here. And fails. Right, it's got 1 wound left. Right, so the Storm Talon's got 1 wound left. What we're going to do is we're going to fire this plasma gun down in this Raptor squad. It's going to fire across. We're not going to overcharge because we don't have to. We're going to see if we can shoot it in 1 shot. So hit on a 3, and he's failed on a 1. Okay, we're going to go on to the assault phase now that all the shooting's done. We're going to go out in a bang. So we've got Haarken Worldclaimer. He's going to try and assault in on this lieutenant. He's going to try and get behind him and have a duel on top of the spire for it all to end. And then the Claws of the Black Hunt will probably just tear that land speeder in the back in half. So it's an 8-inch charge he's going to have to make. Let's see if he gets it. Oh my, it's an 11 for the Dark God. So he's going to find himself up on there, and he's going to duel the lieutenant for the day. So there are, with an 11-inch charge, he's jumped up behind him, and it's time to duel. So the lieutenant already took a wound already, so he's got 4 wounds left. Can Haarken take his soul? Okay, so Haarken's already threw his spear through his foot. Let's see if we can take his head. So he's got 5 attacks as Haarken. We're going to have to see if we can get this done. 2s to wound. We get all of them. We've got Death to the False Emperor, so that's an extra attack, which he does hit with. Right, 4s to wound because of a Lightning Claw, which we can reroll. It's looking incredible so far. 1 fails. So the lieutenant, he's already taken wounds, so he's got 4 wounds left. So you need to roll these 5s to save. Oh, he's failed 3, passed 2, so he's got 1 wound left, the lieutenant. Right, the lieutenant will attack back now, so he's got 4 attacks, and he's going to have to hit on 2. So there you go. Power Sword. He only gets 2. So he needs 4 to wound now because it is only a power sword. There you go. Here we go. And he's failed them both. Right, so Haarken comes out that one clean. And then the Raptor Lord in the back just tears the pilots out of that land speeder and sacrifices them to the Dark Gods. So the game we feel is just totally gone for the Ultramarines. There's only the lieutenant and that flyer down there, and it's crippled. It's only got 1 wound left. And it's just up to this fight up the top. So we are going to continue with the fight. The Chaos have already won it. Let's see if there can be some glory reclaimed. So the lieutenant's going to open up with his pistol, and he's missed on a 2. So he will fight first because it's his round of combat. So he's got 4 attacks again. Let's see if he can even lay a blow on Haarken. So he's got all hits this time. There you go. And he's wounding on 4s. Gets 2. So we're going to need to save on our invulnerable save of 4. Which we do. It's all going Haarken's way. Right, let's see if we can finish the lieutenant off. He's got 1 wound left. It's time for the claw. Oh, dropping dice all over. So here we go. He rolls 1s for himself. And we've dropped another dice. This is what happens when you're on the edge of the world here. Okay, he's hit them all, and there's a death to the false emperor in there. We're going to have to use a blue dice. We've dropped so many black ones. Right, 4s to wound. Okay, that's 3. Re-rolls because of a lightning claw. Okay, just 3 that you're going to have to save on 5s. You want to use blue dice instead? Okay, there you go. 5s to save. He needs to get all of them or he's dead, and triple fail. So the lieutenant has died. He's been pushed off the tower to his death, and his body lands probably somewhere near Marnie's Calgar with a message attached to it. We are returned. So there we go. Chaos victory. Flawless victory just about. And that was pretty brutal for the Ultramarines. Felt that for the Chaos, that Dawn raid stratagem was the one. Just putting the Ultramarines in that crucial turn 1 at a -1 to hit us. Really got us into the game. So very, very brutal, but what can you expect from Chaos? So the war will continue. Abaddon is upon us, as we all know.